Hey, everybody. It's round 2 for our afternoon recording session.
Sure is.
What day is it?
Day doesn't really matter. No, it's Thursday, the 16th of
That was just
October.
mentioned.
Yeah.
We just said in the last segment.
Yeah.
So people just sit down and watch segment after segment.
Check the shirt out. Take the shirts out. If the shirts are the same, find the first one. That's the date.
Wow.
Boom.
Okay. It's a lot of work that you're
It does
expecting
seem
our
a
people
lot
to
of
do.
work.
So, well, yeah, you got to put a little work in to watch this and appreciate it. But the first topic of this segment was Art's idea, actually. Finally had an idea. I know.
I've had a lot of
You
them.
did it. I had ideas. But he wants to talk about the Argentinian bailout. So, do you know anything about this, Nabil?
I think you guys were talking to me about this on Wednesday, and it was like a currency exchange. Is that what you said?
Yeah, they're
let's
calling
let Art,
it-
let's let Art explain.
They're calling it a
please,
$20 billion bailout.
Please
but
explain.
It is a $20 billion currency swap. So we would be swapping our money for Argentinian pesos. I believe it's pesos.
But if you're swapping, the idea is the value is the same. So why are we just taking one pile of money and handing somebody
If
another?
not
the
the same.
peso takes a nosedive, we could lose a lot of money,
At
which would
point-
mean the
at which
American
point it's
taxpayers
basically a
would lose a
bailout.
lot of money. Yes.
So,
But
why not?
the biggest problem with it is that China and us, right now we have all this trade war stuff going on, or we call it trade war. And China is not buying soybeans from the United States right now. They're buying soybeans from Argentina. And the American soybean farmers are saying, well, why are you propping up Argentina? Help us.
Yeah, well,
Which is a point.
yeah.
So I don't know what's right and wrong. I mean, I know they are an ally. You know, we want to keep
Well,
people at.
The biggest thing is that they have a presidential election coming up.
Yes.
And Trump is an ally with the president that's currently in office that is
Who's
seeking
running.
re-election.
Yeah, I don't know how you say his name. It's like Milei, Milei, but I don't know how to pronounce it.
Milei.
Okay, good.
Milei.
That does
That's
sound
all
right.
right. Milei. No.
Sounds like you're saying
The
something.
more I
with a
say it, the more
British
right it
accent.
sounds.
Yeah, it's sounding great.
But
now.
he is more of, they describe him as like a libertarian, which is kind of where my political beliefs are. But the person he's running against is like hard socialist.
Well, as a matter of fact, Trump said if he loses, we're out.
Yeah, that's exactly
So
what he
he's
said.
trying to get. I'm assuming this is a lot of to get his friend to reelect.
Yes. Yeah, he's a big supporter, and now we'll have another ally in the area, which is, there's nothing wrong with having an ally.
No,
Plus, they're going to owe us if this goes through.
Well, he'll owe us.
Yeah, he will specifically owe us, but then the country will owe us too. And if things go well, I mean, ultimately, I think it could work out great for us because China and Argentina have that, like you said, that deal with the soybeans. And if this goes through and we bail them out, guess who's going to be switching that around a little bit?
Well, today, unrelated to this, China did say today that it thought we were panicking a little bit over the mineral. What's the minerals rights they talk about when they're special metals? Like,
Special metals, yeah.
and they want to sit down and have some trade talks.
Good.
So that would be good.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. That's all. This is the thing that I don't think a lot of people understand about Trump is he does some crazy shit every now and then, or it seems like crazy shit on the surface. But so far, everything he's done has worked out. I mean, can you name anything that he's actually done that isn't currently in the works that hasn't worked out for us?
I don't think
For the United
States.
States.
I don't think it's a question of what has he done that hasn't worked out, but this is almost like Trump's owned casinos before, right? This is almost like a gamble, right? So you got $20 billion.
It is a little bit of a gamble.
that you're going to give to another country, essentially, right? We're trading, but like again, if the peso goes away, you gave them $20 billion.
Well, the peso's never going away, but
You know
it
what I
may
mean?
lose value.
It
right.
could lose.
Right.
Essentially, you have to treat it like we're giving them the money, and then if we get something out of the deal after the fact, then it's like, oh, okay, cool. So this wasn't just a way to.
Right.
The other part of it that seems a little whatever, like, especially with the soybean farmers saying like, hey, why not help us out since we're getting dicked over by China right now, is it's like it's one thing to help an ally, right? But there should be like a tipping point where you're like, maybe instead of giving 20 billion to them, we could do 10 billion and then throw that other half of that towards helping our own.
Well, there's actually
Right.
another figure of 40 billion that I had seen. So maybe the 20 billion is kind of a compromise.
Well,
but
maybe, yeah.
I think part of the problem, it's not a big problem, but the thing that is angering some people, like even that Marjorie Taylor Greene, I mean, I know she gets kind of wacky.
She is a nut
but
job.
she, this isn't an America First type thing. If you would say, okay, let's help the farmers.
Well,
but if this
but
ends
maybe
up
it should
helping
be.
the farmers in the long run, everybody will be fine with it. Yes.
That would be great, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's what ends up being the outcome. The other thing, which some people could say, I'm not saying it's true necessarily, is you could almost call this like a proxy war, not a real war, but it's like, okay, China's doing stuff with them and we're doing stuff with them and we're just kind of using them as the middleman to like solve our China problem, rather than just solving it without sticking another country in the middle and a bunch of money.
Right.
So, but I think it's, I would almost kind of harken back to his recent like victory with the Middle East stuff. If it works, I mean, it's good.
No,
I'm not an isolationist type person. I don't mind us helping other countries and doing things around the world.
No,
I think
again, it's just got to be like a way that makes sense.
It's just got to
like,
be smart.
When the people at home are suffering and or like we get a government shutdown right now. If you got the farmers complaining, it feels a little weird to be like, all right, let's do this in another country, but we don't have our business at home taken care of.
Actually, that's one of the biggest things right now. We didn't even talk about that, but that is kind of the big thing right now. We're shut down, and we're going to give $20 billion to another country. But
well, we're shut down because 6 Democrats won't change their vote to a yes. That's all they need is 6 Democrats out of the entire Democratic
do those same
senators.
Do those same Democrats though have any say in what's going on with this deal over there?
Absolutely not. It has nothing to do with that.
Who makes the decision on the allocation of those funds?
That would be Trump and whoever his like Mark Rubio, I'm sure, would be involved. And there's one other guy I can't think of his name.
I feel like I would be shocked to learn that Congress and House of Representatives don't have a say in the allocation of funds when they do for everything else.
Oh, well, they do.
I'm sure they
to
do.
a degree.
Yeah.
The difference between that and the budget is you need 60 votes to pass the budget, and for something like that where they want to do a small spend, they just need a majority, which the Republicans have. So any spending that they want to do, I think they would be able to get through. But because of the budget, they need it's got to be more than a majority. It's gotta be 60
somebody was
votes.
talking about that last night too. I don't know if you watched any of that like town hall type thing that Cuomo did on
Cuomo.
News Nation.
I didn't see it.
It was really good.
Chris Cuomo?
Yeah, it was really good. But one person on there, I don't remember who brought it up, but they said, why? Why do we need 60 votes for that to shut the government down?
Well, there is a nuclear option they can use and do a majority. But the problem with that is now when they're not in the majority, the other side's going to do it.
It'll fuck them.
So why not just do it the way you're supposed to do it and try to get these 6 Democrats to come over and vote yes for this budget? And they're saying the whole thing, it comes down to healthcare costs.
Yes.
But the problem with that is everything they want predominantly helps illegals in this country.
But that's not true.
That's very true.
Ask Marjorie Taylor Greene about that.
I don't ask her anything. She's an idiot. She has no idea.
The people in her district, she said some of their prices, their healthcare costs were going to triple.
Well, that under Obamacare? Is that what you're talking about?
And even on that thing last night, the healthcare, yes, because that's what they're paying for.
Affordable Care Act.
Yeah. But once this bill goes through and this takes effect, all those millions and millions of people, their health care is going to triple.
That maybe, I don't know about triple.
Triple.
I mean, that's what they said, but that doesn't mean that's going to actually go that way. They've
already gotten letters sent out to them saying this. They talked about this last night on the town hall, Republicans and Democrats.
How much do they pay for health insurance?
I don't know the figures.
I mean, I know what I pay, and it's very expensive, and we get ours subsidized through the state.
Before we spiral too far on this tangent, let me go back for a second and just ask a dumb guy question. All right. So you said that for spending as opposed to the budget, right? Spending requires only a majority. Budget requires a specific 60 votes.
I believe so.
Okay.
That sounds right.
If that's the case, again, dumb guy question here, right? Wouldn't it behoove whoever's in the majority, Republican, Democrat, whoever, to not want to pass a budget because they could just do stuff through spending measures?
Some of that. Some of that. That's kind of some of
I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying, like,
that's some of the things that are getting done right now.
Okay.
Well, every Republican so far has voted yes for the budget. So they want to pass the budget and get everything back on track.
Yes.
Now, some of the things
But they could also just make the consent. I'm not saying they should, but they could. It's both sides. Because the Republicans could just as easily say, you know what? Yes, we'll give you what you want. Let's get this passed. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it's either side could make a concession. session.
Well, I got a small list I'll read of some of the things the Democrats had that they were pissed off were taken out of the budget. Are you guys ready for this?
Democrats?
The Democrats wanted this stuff in the budget, and it was taken out of the initial budget.
These are going to be crazy things, like you're saying.
$4 million for an LGBTQ plus initiative in the Balkans and Uganda.
Now, where'd you see this?
This was read during.
You read the bill, and
he was reading it directly from the bill. It was that Kennedy I was talking about the other day. He had a full sheet of what was in the budget that they pulled out that the Democrats are pissed about. Okay. That was the first.
So we're pretty sure this is true.
Yes. Well, it was during one of the committee hearings, whatever it was. $3.6 million for workshops in Haiti. 500,000.
What kind of workshops?
I don't know. It just says workshops. 500,000 for electric buses in Rwanda. $6 million to support Palestinian media. 833,000 for transgender training programs in Nepal.
That sounds fake.
300,000 for a pride parade in Listantia, and 900,000 for programs in Serbia.
That parade sounds reasonable.
No,
I'm kidding.
It's so stupid.
That's what I mean. Some of those things are so crazy.
None of that should ever be in our budget.
Hard to believe, right? That I find it hard to believe that the Republicans would say there's no way we're passing the budget without that money for Rwanda.
No, it's crazy.
I think some of those things, which like I think we might be burying the lead on. You know how sometimes like G7 or G15 like will like sit down and make initiatives for like emissions or this or that or whatever. Sure. Some of those things sound like the type of things where because we're a first world country, we're committing to help other countries get to those like the bus thing. That sounds like
shit like that. Well, if there was a bus thing, I don't have an issue with that.
Right.
And I mean,
so probably some of those things don't sound unreasonable.
These things are probably money that's going to companies that are, and third, the next like step is funding these things. I doubt
they're probably like subsidies.
I doubt the Democrats are saying, give me electric buses in Rwanda or the government's getting shut down. I mean, they're not dying on that hill.
I would hope not. But their primary focus should be the people in this country.
Absolutely.
Period. No, there's no ifs, ands, or buts.
That is their talking point. They're not saying I want electric buses in Rwanda. They're saying healthcare costs in the United States are going to skyrocket for millions.
That is ironic given the start of the segment, though.
Well, they're saying because the public will not get behind this. They know the public will get behind healthcare costs.
It has to be
that's
a message.
That's the only reason. That's why that's their messaging right now.
And that's... I know you didn't see this last night, but that's what Cuomo's town hall was about. And he had both sides on, and he had different people all night. They'd say for a half hour or so, and then a different. But he had Democrats and Republicans side by side.
I'm gonna watch that.
And it was really good. It was about 2.5 hours long, but it was very good. A lot of arguing too, but he kept trying to bring it back.
So about the length of one of our podcasts.
And he kept making the point too. He's like, he said, this is the reason that I have Republicans and Democrats, because you're both making good points, but your point, you
both have to compromise.
Your point without the other side doesn't give us any reference. There's no reference to it. You know, I mean, you need some depth to the subject.
Now, here's something else to consider too, right? So even if it's true that you've got 6 unreasonable Democrats, right? That means there's 54 Republicans that won't come to the table for, you know what I mean, and say, okay, you guys are, you know, here's these things that you're saying that are ridiculous.
Well, that's what
But here's a couple things we can meet you on, but that's 54 people to 6 people.
Well, right. It's going to take a lot more to switch, especially if you're in the majority.
Right.
So they should find 6 Democrats that have things that they want done in their areas maybe and say, we'll give you that.
Or find some aspect of some of those things that you listed that they can reasonably say, hey, we probably would have done these things anyway. Why don't we agree on these and table your other issues?
Yeah, I could do that.
One of the things that came up, Manchin was on the town hall.
I like him.
And one of the things he was saying was that
he's about to be
he's
gone, right?
retired, I think. No, he's not elected. I don't think he's in elected office right now.
But he went from Democrat to independent.
But he was talking about
he was such a ball.
30, 40 years ago when people didn't agree on things, but they still, you argued, you screamed and yelled, but then you sat down, like if somebody in the other party's parent died, you went to the funeral or whatever.
As you should.
And you could come together and compromise. And that's what we've lost right now is the compromise. And I'm not blaming either side.
Blame either side.
Well, it's both sides a little. It's some to both sides. I'm not saying this one issue is necessarily, but.
Well, circling back to this issue, I mean, I would take a wait and see approach, see how it plays out.
Yeah.
Because now we're going to have someone else that's kind of in our pocket.
I mean,
honestly.
I mean, we really don't have a say. I mean, it's going to happen. So
Right.
All you really can do
The
is
government's going to open back up, you mean, at some point? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
I'm talking about this money to Argentina.
What we started on.
Yeah, the actual topic we're talking about.
Well, I guess it's
But
going
it
to
rolled into the
depend
budget.
on the election, though, because if that Millet, or how do you say it? Do they?
Malay.
Yeah.
Malay.
If he doesn't get elected, it's over anyway. I mean,
Blessing.
Trump did say that. He said, we're out if he doesn't get. What are you looking at?
Are we done with this segment?
If you want, why?
Yeah. What the frig is all over your arm?
What are you talking about?
Well, we got pen all over the place. What the hell happens to you at school?
Were you assaulted?
Do kids kick your ass at school?
A little bit.
Oh my
I
god!
didn't even notice.
Holy frig! Why is there a pen in your shirt? This is why they break. Oh my
In case I need
god!
one.
Oh my god!
I do like that you're getting yelled at.
His reaction was kind of scary.
Yeah, I didn't know what was
going
happening.
on.
I saw pokes all the way up his arm. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but there's fucking ink all over his arm.
Do you want to stop there? I don't
well,
know.
I mean, we can. There's one other thing we could do for national. There was a situation. I know I mentioned it to you about a father in Arkansas
The sheriff.
who's running for the sheriff in his area, and he's actually currently facing murder charges.
Yeah,
for
second-degree
killing
murder.
his daughter's alleged abuser.
Yes.
Now, I got to read a little bit about this, but apparently he fully admit that he did it.
His daughter was missing from their house that night.
Yes.
They woke. I think the parents, the way they tell the story, they woke up. She was gone. So the father jumps in his truck and is trying to find. They knew the guy. This had already been a thing between the girl and this child molester. Mm-hmm. So he was looking
They had a
for
restraining order against him.
He sees the guy's truck going down the road, so he drove him off the road. I don't know if he smashed into him or just forced him off the road.
Right.
And then I don't know any other details. He ends up shooting him and killing him. Correct? Shooting him.
Maybe gunned him down.
Now I don't know if that guy had a weapon or not. I don't know any of those kind of details.
Well, his name is Aaron Spencer.
Yes.
His daughter's 13 years old, and they found him with an individual named Michael Fosler, who's 67.
Yeah.
So he was facing dozens of charges, including internet stalking and child and sexual assault.
Yes, and they, like you said, they already had like a restraining order against him, I believe, for their 13-year-old daughter. That's crazy.
Daughter. Now, I gotta say, I don't have a problem with him killing him.
Here,
Right or wrong.
here's the only thing I wanted to say about it is, as
Sorry.
far as the sheriff part, the thing is this: if something ever happened to somebody in your family where this happened, and you would, what I would say is, I will kill that guy. Put me in jail. I mean,
Right.
okay, I'm guilty. I did it. So he should, if he's accepting responsibility, there's a good chance he's going to end up in jail. So
But-
then he's not going to be sheriff.
On the other hand,
But I would have no trouble voting for this guy if he's found not guilty or whatever, and he's not in jail.
if this is his
You're
only
trying to protect
issue,
your family,
right? And you got to think of his mental frame of mind when he rolls up on this truck with this old man and his daughter in the truck. You're gonna do something in the moment. You're heated. You're doing something where you normally wouldn't do if you had
Yes.
time to think about it.
and I don't know the circumstances. Again, did this Fosler? Is that what he says?
Well, yeah.
Did he have a weapon? Maybe. Or what? But on the other hand, now he did kill the guy in front of his 13-year-old daughter. That has to be pretty traumatic.
That's also not great.
And
Maybe.
I don't know though. I'm not
is
saying
the damage that was done to her by the guy.
I totally understand his reaction, and I think
by the
almost
trauma she'll
everybody
remember
would
from
do
that
the
incident.
same. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying the same thing as you. Like, you know, if he like did stuff with her, like that's bad. But now if she witnessed this happening, now she's gonna carry that with her forever, or she's gonna carry them both with her forever.
But she might be scarred already too by whatever happened with this guy too.
I mean, she might just be like a mental case totally.
right.
Any adult that touches a child like that, I'm fully in favor of the death penalty for. I'm sorry. You're taking the
And
innocence of that child.
13-year-old, she's not old enough to make any decisions
No,
like that.
no.
So, and it's the middle of the night. It's at least 11, 12 o'clock night, something like that. This happened.
Yep,
He's
midnight,
scared
he
to
said.
death. He's running around, driving down roads, just hoping to find his
Right.
daughter, and he did.
Yeah, can you, like you said, if that would happen to me, I would have done the exact same thing. I'm sorry. I would have. I have no sympathy for the guy he killed. He deserves exactly what he got. I mean, it sucks that he's got to be put in that position to do that. And I don't know.
I don't know
what
either.
the answer is on this
I would. I don't know either. Because even if you just beat the hell out of the guy, it's still very traumatic for the 13-year-old girl sitting there.
I think what's the point
I don't know
of having rules and laws if we're going to come up with exceptions for them?
That's why he's running for office, because he said they're so lax in their prosecution of these types of crimes that he just felt compelled to do it, I guess. That's why he felt compelled to run.
But does that mean that the next time he gets a case like this, he's going to take it into his own hands?
Well, no, it doesn't even mean he's still got to go through his trial.
Right.
So that really.
But you said you said he admitted that he did it. Like, there's not really.
He says he did. I don't think there's.
I mean, how much of a trial is it going to be?
A trial.
Yeah, but like you said, there could be some mental issues where he was going through in the moment where that caused him to. He's not saying this is why I did it. I planned to do it.
No,
he did it in the heat of the moment.
But sure, yeah. So you get manslaughter instead of premeditated. I mean,
well, maybe
who knows?
Maybe he pleads insanity, like momentary insanity,
which would be a valid argument.
Maybe
honestly.
he gets no jail time, serving community service or whatever. So no, okay, you can be sheriff.
Which is not. You're making that face, but I think that's fully within the realm of possibility.
Because if he's not in jail, he still has the right to run for sheriff. I would assume, unless there's someone that says.
I 100% believe in the innocent until proven guilty instead of guilty until proven innocent. So if he's proven innocent, I mean, like, you're proven innocent.
Right.
That's that.
And like I said, he said he did it, but he's not saying why he did it.
So I have no problem with him. That's his prerogative to run for office or not. And if people want to vote for him, which
I would vote for him.
I would too.
You know, I'm on the same page here.
I don't know what I would do on the jury, and we'd have to hear all the evidence. Maybe you are guilty of second-degree murder or whatever. I don't know.
It's still a slippery slope, right? And I know you're not going to agree, but like, if one person's allowed to make what they consider the right judgment call in a situation like that, then you're going to get all kinds of people with things that we don't agree with that are going to, oh, well, it's okay because this guy made his judgment call, and in the moment
Are you saying about the charges or about running for sheriff?
The charges. Well, the action in the precipitation of what happened.
The crime,
after.
the possible crime. Yeah.
The justification for, I did this because, hey, wouldn't you do the same because I'm a dad, this is my kid, etc. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to say that.
Don't you feel that way?
Well, it's hard. He doesn't have kids, so it's hard to understand.
If you had a young child in your life.
I can 100% empathize, but in the back of my head, I'm hearing all kinds of, like, people that would make the same argument about stuff like Charlie Kirk and say, like, hey, this guy thought it was right to kill him because of whatever he was going to do or whatever he was espousing to the...
that's a bit of a stretch on that one.
It's not the same thing. I mean, if Charlie Kirk had molested the guy's sister...
Then I would understand.
That'd be a whole different thing.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
what we're talking. These are apples and oranges.
I'm talking about people taking the law into their own hands, just in general.
I don't agree with that. I'm not saying...
That's the part I'm talking about. And the gray area arises from people... making their justifications.
I don't think either of us is saying that, right?
lean,
You're not saying he should be let go necessarily.
But
he took an action because he, felt compelled to.
I totally understand the motivation.
Yeah. I can understand the motivation too, but there's
legally right.
I don't even disagree with.
I guess we'll find out, and I'm sure this will continue to be talked about.
We'll definitely bring.
But like I said, my feeling is like if I was going to take that action, I know I'm going to jail. I don't care.
Which means you understood that you broke the law and that you had consequences for your action.
And he understands that too.
You understand that knowing that you're in the heat of the moment too. That makes a big difference. Your mental state of mind, your mental frame when you do something like that makes a big difference.
We'll have to follow up on this and his trial and the election kind of. That is
it's an interesting story.
And I might have different opinions depending on what we're talking about.
Yeah, as it unfolds, like you'll hear, like, if you found out that the guy had a weapon or didn't have a weapon and the guy's like standing there and he like hits him execution style, it's going to sound real bad.
Or I don't even know if this was the case, but what if he was in the middle of touching the girl?
You
know what I'm saying? There's so many different variables.
Yes, which we don't know, but he was driving down the road with her, probably was.
But you still could. I mean, it's not like it's that hard to do if you're in
But the guy already was aware of this guy and everything. I mean...
Yeah.
He already knows what's going on. He was. I mean, I'm sure he was out of his mind at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm thinking in the moment, I would do the exact same thing.
What's even worse, and it's something that you guys have experienced, through your line of work too. If anything, if the guy had lived long enough to have his own trial, would probably have made some sort of mental health claim. You know, like I felt compelled to do the things that I did.
Well, that's what they try to push that all the time, but that's bullshit.
Sometimes it's true though.
New York State had gotten to the point where they almost were not letting them out of jail, right?
Yeah,
they were saying that
you're
not cured.
Right.
Yep.
Well, and I believe that for some people, the actions become compulsive. If like you've been put in a court,
doesn't make it right.
No, no, not at all. But you're in a court and they give you a whatever. What did they say? He had a stay away order, restraining order, right? And you can't like run through your brain that, hey, I've been told in the strongest sense of the law to stay away from these people, and you still go do it. There's something wrong with you.
The same person too,
right? Right. There's
God knows what would have happened.
And
if
again,
the father didn't find her.
Or
I don't know what has happened to the poor kid and what hasn't, but
I didn't even think about it. That's almost the like same parallel, right? So you're the guy who does this in the heat of the moment because you see this happening to your daughter, right? You know what I mean? In the same way that this guy, you know, did something stupid in the heat of the moment.
I don't know if that's the heat of the moment. That takes planning.
Yeah, that's not the same thing.
But again, like
he obviously set it up. I'm going to meet you at midnight tonight. Meet me outside, and
if that's what happened, right? We don't know.
She was in her house,
right? Maybe he took her. Maybe
that's even worse. You mean he broke into the house,
right? But that would be like compulsive. You're driving by, you're like,
I don't know if I would not say it's compulsive. I think you're really doing a stretch on this one. What the father did, absolutely compulsive and impulsive. What he did would have had to take planning. So you have to actually figure out, you'd have to drive by a house you know you're not supposed to be near. I have no sympathy for that individual whatsoever.
See, though, but we're thinking logically, and this is the type of person who's not doing logical stuff.
Well, there's a lot of people that don't do logical stuff.
That person's brain.
But as far as someone like that, when you actually act on them illogical thoughts, you got to pay the price for it. And I think he did, and I think it was well deserved.
Deserved, eh?
Absolutely. I think we've dealt with pedophiles our entire career. They are the worst human beings. I have more respect for a murderer than I do a pedophile.
Okay. Well, and everybody in jail, all the criminals feel the exact same way.
They're like,
that's why you could,
moral high ground.
Yeah.
Remember when they started the sex offender program?
I mean, I'm bad, but they're worse.
All the guys, there'd be like these little white guys, and they're like, oh, I'm in for DWI. Well, you find out when they're opened a program that you're going to that dorm, and then they get the
but eventually they ended up turning the entire jail pretty much into pedophiles.
Yes.
No, I was 18, she was 17. We were in love.
I have zero sympathy for anybody that does anything like that, and you've ruined that person's life. You shouldn't have a life. That's how I feel about that. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna, whatever. That's fine.
There was some female teacher too, just recently with like a 13 or 12 or 13-year-old boy. The same thing. I just saw her in tears on TV. I don't remember. I know what the story.
The only reason you're crying right now is
because you got caught.
Yeah. Was that the one that was drinking with the underage kid?
I don't know of that.
I saw that story.
There was something with her and her husband. I think it was too. Yeah, there's some freaks out there, man. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Freaky.
Well, we'll keep up on this story because I think it's very interesting, and I hope he gets off. And I hope.
Well, the sheriff part is an interesting twist to it.
No. I want him off.
Gross.
You hope he gets away with it?
You said you want him to get off.
Oh, God. For Christ's sake. Go right on your arm some more for crying out loud. It's ridiculous.
All right, that was long.
All right, yeah, that was it. Any other national news we want to talk about?
I don't think so. We should break it up anyway.
Wrap that segment up. That was pretty. You got any comments on that? I'd like to know how everyone else feels about this, too. Let us know down in the comments. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for watching Two Studs and a Dud. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. Holy shit.
What?
He's smashing our TV with his elbow.
I was giving it the people's elbow.
Oh, people's elbow.
Oh, my God. That's great.
Well, Dwayne Johnson's not using the Rock name anymore, so
Well, at least
somebody's
you didn't
got
give
it.
it the people's eyebrow. That would have hurt.
Can you smell
That's good.
the Rock is cooking?
I cannot.
I don't know what the hell that was either. That wasn't very good.
Have you ever watched WWE with The Rock?
No, I did. It didn't sound anything like that.
Yeah, well, yeah, his sounded crazier.
Argentina.
It's pronounced Argentina.
You're not Mexicans. You better reel it in.
I don't have to be something to do something.
You probably should. You probably should. Let's go.
I have to be a zero to have Gatorade Zero.
Do you like that?
Nah, it's okay.
Yeah, I don't like that flavor.
Well, I like that flavor. I like it, just like don't like it in zero. I didn't realize it was zero.
Well, it's because there's no sugar in it. I know you probably hate life without sugar, but that's probably the shit you should be drinking.
No, I mean all the soda I drink is zero. Also,
Did you see
it's not
what I
any better.
put? I know it's horrible. You drink horrible stuff.
Well,
You need more water, and that's what I see what I put.
Well,
in
it is
messages?
water.
They saw.
Right? Oh,
No, this is water.
Gatorade Zero. I thought you got water.
There was only one left.
I thought you were getting a warm water. You didn't.
I looked on the floor. There was only flavored.
Well, that's flavored.
Yeah, I know. I wanted regular water, but I don't want flavored water.
It's really good, that cherry water. Plus, it's got electrolytes in it.
Oh, those are good lights.
I do
Them
like
are the best ones. Them are the best ones.
I did only have water in school today.
Good.
Just start.
Well, you said you were drinking 4 of those things a day.
For
You're
what?
supposed to be drinking 8.
Well, 4 is the minimum.
120 ounce. No, that's not. That's less than the minimum too.
I
6
remember
would be-
reading 64 ounces, 8 cups.
Yeah, 60. What is this?
A cup is 8 ounces.
This is a 16.
Yeah, so it's 2
Oh,
cups.
so yeah, 4 of those. That's the basic needed to support life.
what I said, the
64
minimum.
ounces is the bare minimum.
We're agreeing.
I want to argue though.
I know you do.
I want to argue.
It doesn't help when the math
Still
works
doing
out.
Well, I was
120.
going to say, I don't think that's the bare minimum to support life.
is.
I think if you had a few ounces of
I know,
water
'cause
a day, you
I
could
knew you were
live
going to run off at the
for a
mouth
few
about
days.
this.
I'm just saying.
So I looked it up. and
64
that's what they
ounces a
said.
day?
64 ounces a day is the minimum they want you to drink.
Yeah.
It's more like 120 to
What
136.
is the bare minimum of water that you can drink a day to survive?
Oh, look at this guy flexing with his
You know,
new phone.
you know what sucks though is he does this every time and he's wrong every single time.
60% of the time it
you'd
happens
probably
every
be
time.
like, you know what, Steve, you probably looked it up before you opened your mouth, which I did.
Did you?
Yeah, what's it say?
I was trying. You guys are talking, and it's getting it.
San Diego. It means
The minimum amount of
whale's
water
vagina.
that you can drink
I think it
per
means
day
Saint
to stay
Diego.
alive.
Nobody really knows what it means.
Okay, I found this on the web. For Santiago, what's the minimum amount of water that you can drink per day to stay
San
alive?
Diego.
Jack,
This is a terrible preface for the subject matter ahead.
It really is.
you can go 3 to 7 days without water, depending on conditions.
Yeah, we're not in that situation.
I
right
wouldn't
now.
push it.
We are not in that
Recommended.
situation.
The minimum
Like
water
in
needed
that
to
condition, I don't think you
survive.
could go 3 to 7 days.
Well, it says it
Look,
varies by climate.
how about that climate?
You need more water there. More water than we would need here, I'm sure.
There you would need melange. Spice melange. Wasn't that one of your trivia questions?
Yeah. There was a Dune question, remember?
Oh yeah. Doom.
It was
Spices melange.
It was all spice, like Spice World was the name of the round. But it was all things that were related to spice.
It was good. I like Dune.
Nice.
Did you ever read those books at all? They're good. Those
no.
would be good ones to listen to, probably.
I think I got read one as a kid, and then I watched all the like shows and I've seen all the movies up till now.
Okay, you ready to start?
Sure.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay.
I think I'm ready. Ready.